Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wentz going to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Wentz. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession. Football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A first down carry by Elliott. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Wentz now on first down. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Wentz to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That would give running right is Love. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The give to Elliott off tackle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Prescott on play action. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Wentz. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They turn to Love on the handoff. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This time they stay on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On first down, Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in at the 3. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle, here's Elliott.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw is Wentz. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against. let alone put points up on the board.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He gets it to Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. To throw, it's Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. From the 22, Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The
Washington on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Buying time to his left. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Wentz. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs.
Well, Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got him in, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Prescott yet again. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Out left to Dotson.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. You even bother. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it.